So whenever he's here, I try to get with him, and he'll walk me through a few more drills, introduce a few more moves, and then we'll go in and we'll work on them. We were out here yesterday after our meetings, working for a little bit, just on a couple different things, moving your hips and keeping your hands real active. And every week, I try to pick one or two moves that, regardless of what happens throughout the play, I'm going to work those two moves. Whether it be a long arm or a chop stab or anything like that. I'm trying to make sure that even if they know I'm doing consistently, they know what move I'm doing. If I'm still working it and I can still try to get it down, it'll make me better in the long run. So that's kind of how I've been going about that.
On a drill down, very basic level understanding of football, some might say defending the run is probably easier and it just requires strength, whereas pass rush is just more finesse. How wrong is that?
Very wrong. The biggest thing I feel about the run is that if everybody can be in their gap, everybody can be doing their job except for one person, and they could blow up the whole play. And rushing the passer is different because you could be in a one-on-one situation, but if you're on a one-on-one situation, somebody else is getting double teamed. If you're getting double teamed, for instance, I nose guard, I see those quite often. But I know if I'm getting a double team, the three tech on the other side, he should be getting a one-on-one, and we expect to win those. But stopping the run, it's a real collective effort. It's not something that one person can just go out and fix themselves. So it's one of those things that if we get everybody together and everybody focus on what they're doing in their assignment, then it can be one of the more challenging things to do.
How elevated is the challenge with zone blocking and the variations of zone blocking that teams do, as opposed to, 10 years ago, everyone just kind of smashes out straight ahead. They block the guy, turn him left or right, that kind of way. What does that make the stop of the run more challenging? Especially since things can be masked with zone blocking?
It does, especially with the front four. I feel like with the zone blocks, you can't be too aggressive in attacking your key straight on, because if you overstep and you take too heavy a step straight on, he gets outside, then he gets up to the backer and then you create a seam on the other side of you. So the variations in zone blocking is really changed the game and how we attack blocks. We have to be more keen with our eyes and our hands, and of course taking great steps. So that's one of the things that's changed everything.
When I came up and you were talking to Greg, were you talking about Nas helping out?
Yeah.
Can you kind of go over a little bit of that again?
He would take me along and show me a few different drills, work me a few different moves. After the first 2 weeks of spring ball, I texted him. I asked him, I said, give me a set of moves that I need to work for the rest of spring ball, things that you think I should work on. And he set it out for me. He wrote them out. And then when he actually got back, he was on the trip at the time. He worked with me, and we were up in the meeting room first, and he kind of broke them down with me. We walked through them. And then we came out here yesterday and got a real in-depth look about everything that we were doing. So he's really helped me in knowing where I want to get to be. So basically, he's been a real guiding force with me right now.
Did you get a chance to apply some of that today?
Yeah, I did.
How did it go for you?
It went well. It's something I feel like I really have to keep working on. It's different because you work one set of moves and it doesn't exactly work with what O-line is giving you. But at this point, I'm working it regardless, because if I know if it doesn't work and I can still try to do it and I can get by, when I get exactly what I'm looking for, it'll be perfect.
Isn't this the time of year to do that anyway?
Of course.
Kind of along those lines, what's it like? I don't know if you got a chance to watch, but what's it like to have Pro Day here as a current player, and what kind of goals does that give you, kind of as looking ahead to what it could be for you?
It was special because all these guys, I spent just about 3 years with all of them. DeJuan especially, seeing him out here and being able to, his last step as far as getting ready to moving on to the next level of his life, it was special. But as far as me looking forward to my future, JP kind of broke it down to us today, especially. Every day is kind of like our pro day. It's not just one day that you can just come out here and then show scouts what you can do. If what you're doing out here doesn't apply to what you're doing on film, it really doesn't matter. So every day I'm approaching it as it's my pro day, and trying to put my best foot forward, whether it's on here or when we get to Saturdays.
Are you someone who sets individual goals, like statistical goals?
I did, but I found myself chasing and instead of really doing my job in the past. So at this point, I kind of set things in my mind just on different things I could work on that help me get to what I think I should be achieving. Just like I said, like improving my pass rush. I really wanted to improve on my motor this spring. Those two things that I feel like if I can really take to another level, then I'll achieve every goal that I think I should be getting, rather than just trying to chase those goals themselves.
The statistics aren't really a good measure of whether or not you're doing your job anyway, right?
Right.
Did it take you a while to realize that? Is that kind of what you're saying, or?
Not exactly, because my first instance in getting on the field, it wasn't because I was out there just racking up statistics. It was because I was in the perfect place. I was doing my job. I was fitting the right hole. I wasn't making mistakes. So that's what got my foot in the door as far as playing time, and I felt like it's kept me here so far. And the biggest thing now is taking that to another level. Just how can I do my job even better?
Thanks, I appreciate it.